Does your book just keep capping out at 40,000 words? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. I do want to catch here that there is a possibility that you might have written a novella. Sometimes a story doesn't need a lot of words, and it is going to be something more like a novella or a novelette or even a short story. Those are valid art forms, those are valid story forms, and I don't want to discount those. I don't spend a lot of time editing those. I don't know them very well, so I don't know how to tell you whether or not your novella is actually novella length, but I can tell you some things that might be missing if you think it should be a novel and it just feels too short. The author did say that scenes were already showing. That's great. Are they immersive enough, though? Are we doing enough with the setting? This was a sci fi, including time travel. So we've got at least two different settings that should feel very different from one another and should each feel immersive on their own. I assume that this showing that this author talks about is that the character's interiority is clear on the page, but do we have subplots? Do we have other characters with their interiority? Do we have things? Is every single character a protagonist of their own story? It's just not the story that we're reading right now. How can that add to the complexity of your main protagonist story? Many of the classic novels that you were forced to read in school are very short. Fahrenheit 451, Of Mice and Men, The Great Gatsby are all under 50,000 words. I think Of Mice and Men is actually like 30,000 words. So it's possible that you're telling a complete story in very few words. That is possible. Rely on feedback from people who know what they are doing. So people who read in your genre a lot or who work in a professional space. But yeah, you might have just written a novella. It's okay.